You think I would get me here? It's been a year. And I ain't going nowhere. It took a while to get me here, and I'm gonna take my time. Don't fight that good in your ear. Now let me blow your mind. Do 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 do. And I ain't going nowhere. It took a while to get me here, and I'm gonna take my time. Don't fight that good in your ear. Now let me blow your mind. Da 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 dee da da dee da 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 dee da da dee da 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 da. Pose, pose for them, pose for them, pose for them, pose, pose, pose. Strike a pose. There's nothing to it. Vogue. What's going on, people? Vogue, Vogue, Vogue. Ah! Nikki, the healthcare professional, is here. Let's start school, guys. Let's start school. It took a while to get me here, and I'm gonna take my time. Don't fight that good in your ear. Now let me blow your mind. Ta-tee-ta, ta-ta-ta, ta-tee-ta, ta-tee-ta. Y'all know I don't know words, right? To songs, eh? Let's go. Let's get this started, y'all. Come on now. Like, share as soon as you guys come into the stream. Like and share. And comment. Let me know who you guys are. Ta-ta-ta. Ta-tee-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta. Don't me look good in my uniform? I'm staying in my uniform. Don't me look good in my uniform? Girl look good in our uniform, you know. Girl, I'm going in our uniform, you know. Jesus. Me say the uniform feel nice and snug for me now, we say. Jesus. Uniform feel nice and snug on me now. But, girl, I'm Jesus. Girl, look good in our uniform, you know. Myself one just gonna bam. Jesus. Look good in our uniform, you know. Eh? Is that got all my uniform on display for y'all? Huh? Y'all see? I know. Y'all thought I was bummy. Y'all thought I was a bummy. Y'all thought I was a bummy. Make I teach you tonight. Make it I teach y'all tonight. Share out the stream, guys, as soon as you come in. Let me share this out to the rest of our community. Okay? Don't worry, be patient. I'm here, and I'm not square. Ah! Jesus, Nikki, you look good in your uniform. I'm not telling a lie. Yeah, go on in your uniform, Nikki. You look good in your uniform. Jesus, you come out. You come out, my girl, you come out. You come out, Nikki, you come out in your uniform. You come out. Girl, come out in her uniform, Cathy. Watch there. Look what they're behind this stuff. Bam! Bam! Woo! Girl, I go on in her uniform. Girl, I go on in her uniform. Girl, I go on. Cathy, you come, we can jiggle. Whoa! We can jiggle, Cat. Can't see me can jiggle. can jiggle. Me can jiggle. Before them try mash me up. I saw me did a go on. Before them try mash me up. Every time girl got work, girl hot. Every time girl got work, girl just come in like the professional that she is. Yeah, girl used to go on and other people them nursing home. Woo! Woo! Before them try mash me up and think them couldn't take away everything from me because girl didn't live too much life. I take care of the people, them parents, not the nursing home. Yeah? That's why it's not good for your bad mind, yeah. And envy. Which page is this? Okay, that page. May I post it on every page first, all right, people? Just be patient with me a little bit. But yeah, I have to show you guys the uniforms. Every day I have to go in with a new uniform because when the people, them parents don't have them spit up from their food to their urine to their whatever, fecal matter, whatever it is, you know, but we have to provide compassionate care. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, girl, always little and cute in our uniform. Girl, even have knickers for the summertime. Girl, have our knickers for the summertime, girl. In the people's nursing home. Or girl, just go in our nursing blue, in our regular nursing blue, yeah. What I'm hear about? What did they hear about?
What number is the mailbox?
I think 2.
Number 2?
Yep.
Oh, the top?
Yeah.
Where's that? Where's the mailbox located?
Right over here.
Right there?
I think Rhea checked it yesterday.
I know, but much thing today.
Welcome. What you doing? Like you want to bully the screen? Oh gosh, no way, sis, no way. I'm not bullying the screen.
Which key is it?
I'm not bullying the screen. This right here.
Mailbox 2.
One last one, guys. Just be patient with me a little bit, okay? I'm just trying to get the people in. Just building up the live a little bit. Right. So how you guys doing today? How you guys doing today? We made it to another Friday. Thanks be to God. Right? Almost done. You guys know it is. Y'all know what it is. The regular Friday happenings. Let me let the people on Instagram know that I'm here. Welcome in. Welcome, guys. Welcome. No, wrong way. Welcome to Nikki, the healthcare professional today. Welcome, welcome. Come and sit down and join class. Your administrator, Nikki, the healthcare professional, will be here to educate you a bit, okay? Like, comment, and share, okay? Hi, guys. This is Nikki. Come and join me on YouTube right now, where we'll be discussing the video we've been seeing circulating about the elderly and the healthcare professional. Come and join Nikki. Hi, guys. Come and join me on YouTube right now. Okay. That's it. All right. No more. Here we go. Good evening. Good evening. I've even adapted the English accent at the same time. Guess what? On the news, University of Toronto is offering a free personal support worker course, which you get a diploma when you graduate. Yay! Online course? Oh my goodness. You're gonna need a clinical though. You're gonna need because hands-on, the knowledge is good, but the hands-on practice, yeah, that's when you really know that you're ready. So let's get it started. See, someone just said to me that this is what
Men on the couch.
Yeah. That's good. Okay. So if y'all weren't aware, and it's your first time joining my live, I'm Nikki, and you've entered in on Short and Spicy Nick's YouTube. And it's our live every Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Because the job is mandatory, especially now during COVID. Girl, mighty God. I am by profession a healthcare professional, also known as a CNA and a PSW, nurse's aide in other countries, islands, and so forth, right? I need this thing gone. Yeah. You don't want to, you're something else, You didn't say you want to take the course, you're just sharing. Girl, have you seen that video circulating on social media? I posted it on my Instagram. I also posted it in the YouTube group on WhatsApp, but it prompted me to do this live today. I've always mentioned in some of my videos that I'm a healthcare professional by career, right? That's my career at the moment or in the past. I wanted to be a registered nurse, and I said, let me start with the PSW first to just get a foot in as to what I need to look forward to with providing care for others. And a healthcare professional is anywhere from a personal support worker, also known as a CNA, registered nurse, RPN, practical nurse, stuff like that. But it's a very demanding profession. And like you said, Casey, can't get that name out my head. it's very demanding. And they're not respected as other professions. If you read in my description, I'm going to read it out for you, what I put up there to give you guys just a little heads up on what my thought process was before doing this and what we're going to be discussing. So the video, like I said, is the video of the African, I don't know if she's American, but the black lady in the kitchen washing up dishes and preparing supper food, whatever she's handling, vegetables, you see, like lettuce, some greens and stuff, and the elderly lady harassing her basically and spitting on her. And it got a lot of the social media world up in arms, right? Like every post I saw on Facebook was, oh my gosh, that she would have gotten an early grave. Oh my goodness, she would have had an injury, a fall, accidental fall. And I see even people that have gone through schooling for nursing making those comments. And it's a different thing to be educated, but how you apply your knowledge, it's something else. You know what I mean? Because you have to know that right there. It's something else. One moment. Let me just shut this up. Right, there we go. Let me read off what I put in the description. We'll be discussing a video that has been circulating across social media. There's been a lot said about what was witnessed by many. We will be speaking about our healthcare professionals, also known as a PSW, or in America, a CNA. PSW in Canada stands for Personal Support Worker. I'm not sure what a CNA stands for in America. I don't live there, but I just know that that's what they call it, the abbreviation. Support workers are usually looked down on, discriminated by other professions, and insulted for their duties. The responsibilities of this profession may seem minimal to most, but let's talk more about the duties of this great demanding position. And I say that just to get that off of my chest. But this is what we had to go through from the beginning. Not sure if it's showing everything. From the beginning, and this is my personal book. It's Canadian Textbook for Support Worker. You see all those words there? Those are descriptions about everything. And each chapter, you have a page. I don't know if if it's showing right, with all of that. I've made some, sticky notes to mark important things, but if you look in my book, you see all those marks? Those are highlighters from studying. That's from studying for our exams. Yeah. Others hear about this profession. You see how thick it is? Yeah. This was during a 9-month period. 1 year, basically, of studying for this position. And when others hear about personal support worker, they think that we just go there and we clean butts. Remember what I just read in the description? that we are insulted and looked down on? Yep. Because we are known as the fecal matter cleaners to a lot of individuals. Our profession is not respected by a lot of other professions. And it's a shame, because there's only one chapter in this book about cleaning an individual. One chapter. And this book has how many chapters? 48 chapters. See, I'm not lying. See the last one? Your job search. That's the last chapter. Chapter 48. This is not an easy job. That video that is circulating, it brought up a lot of anger in a lot of individuals from what I've seen. Right? And to a person who's unaware of what it takes to be a personal support worker slash CNA slash healthcare professional, yes, you would feel insulted by what you saw on the video being spat on, especially that it was a Black woman and she was being spat on by a white lady. In this profession, you cannot bring your feelings into play. You cannot carry your feelings into this, because it's not about you. It's about the person or persons you're providing care for. I'm going to open my book, and from the beginning, talk about, the goal of a support worker, right? You know what it is to be a support worker? It's to improve the person's quality of life. That means the person that you're caring for is in need of some assistance. Not to say go there and do everything for them, but at some point, either it be a pregnant woman, a person who is born with a developmental disability, a person with a psychological impairment, whatever it be, these individuals are who you're providing care for. And your ultimate goal as a healthcare professional, as a personal support worker, is to provide care, improve care for the person's quality of life. It says here, caring is provided in a kind, sensitive, and understanding manner, while tending to the person's personal needs. You also relieve loneliness. You provide comfort. You encourage independence. That means you're not doing everything for the person. As much as they're able to do, you're encouraging these individuals to do for themselves as much as they have it in their ability. Right? You promote the person's self-respect. While you're discussing the person with your workers, your co-workers, you use discretion at all times. You're not calling their names. You're not video recording like we've seen for it to get out like it did. You honor the client's right to confidentiality. Before you are placed in a workplace, you have to sign a confidentiality agreement before being hired in a workplace. And we all know what confidentiality is. I don't have to go into the description of that. Your services to people in their homes help them to remain independent and with their families. You may also assist clients with social reintegration as they prepare to move into a home or a group setting. Your services show people in facilities that you have empathy and that you care for them. You are there to make a difference in people's lives. I mentioned that there's only one chapter speaking about fecal matter and cleaning private area and stuff like that, because I think the world needs to be educated before they start to speak, because a lot of people just speak out of ignorance. And I said, you know what? I've witnessed this and I've experienced this so much that I have to thank God for everything. Because being a personal support worker slash healthcare professional slash CNA, you're in the moment. You're just doing your job. And when you go out there and you're asked about your profession and you let others know, and then you hear individuals start to throw insults at you and curse at you about what your profession is and about you just clean body and clean SHIT, those things could really hurt a person. And I'm glad that I had the opportunity to experience that profession and to be in that career, because now with my platform, I could educate the uneducated and the ignorant individuals that think they could use their mouths to tear down individuals that go out there every day, get up out of their beds, sometimes at 5 o'clock in the mornings. Because my shift used to be from 6 a.m. until 2 p.m. So I'm getting up, and see how dark it is outside right now in Canada? I'm driving at those times at 5 in the morning to get to my work for 6 o'clock, to get these residents out of their bed, sometimes soaked in urine, feces, whatever it is, so that we could practice and help them with their ADLs. And that's activity of daily living. But we go through an extensive amount of practicing and learning before we're put out there to deal with a life. So it's not about just going there and cleaning people's poop. Sorry. We have to learn about their psychological health, their physical health, their mental health, their spiritual health, emotional health. We have to learn about terms. Before a resident or an individual gets to see their doctors, the first person who they associate with, other than their family members, are the healthcare professional. So our eyes, our ears, our nose, our senses have to be really activated and pay close attention to these individuals. And we have to report it. Report. We have to report everything that happens, any changes we've noticed. We have to constantly monitor some individuals that are confined to their beds. We have to turn them. We also at times have to provide palliative care. That's when they're in close to death. Either at their home, either in a nursing home, or in a hospice. And at all times, we have to practice something called DIPS. That's an acronym that we made up for the type of care that an individual needs. I'm going to give you the description of each. Dignity, independence, preference, privacy, and safety. We have to provide DIPS at all times while providing care. We have to provide compassionate care. So all who are seeing the videos and speaking about what they would not do to this lady from what they would not do, please don't be ignorant, guys. Sometimes we talk out of term too much. We're too quick to jump and talk. And it may look like it was malicious, but our elderly individuals, they go through mind-altering changes. You see, like when you're born and you're a baby and you're new to the world and you don't know how to talk and how to ask for what you want or verbalize what you need if you want to use the washroom or if you need to eat, if you're wet and you need to be changed. There's a saying in Jamaica, once a man, twice a child. That is true. Because you're a child twice in your life. When you're just born and at the later stages in your life. When your brain has aged so much that some of us may develop mind-altering diseases like Alzheimer's and dementia. And a personal support worker has to know all of this, has to know all the signs of these things. And we cannot give them any less of a care. We cannot talk down to them. Yes, sis, it's true. A person could be the sweetest person you've ever met. And once this debilitating disease takes over their mind, they change and turn the total opposite of who they used to be. A person could even be the most miserable and hateful, and they could turn into a little baby once this disease hits them, if they're affected. Alzheimer's and dementia is something that you have to tell yourself that this is not the person you know. If it turns out that they've changed so drastically that it's affecting you, where they've become aggressive or, physical aggressive, verbally aggressive, all of that. You cannot let that affect you. That is in the scope of our job title. We have to still provide dignity, independence, preference, privacy, and safety. So you see in the video where you saw the lady just walking around, it's not like the caregiver could have put her in a chair and say restrain her or tie her up or something so she doesn't get up and walk and stuff like that. No, she still needs her independence. You as the professional, that's why you're called a professional, because you're educated about it. You have to protect yourself in where you're always being attentive. Even at nights, they have night shift. And it doesn't say that it's time for you, oh, your resident is sleeping, everyone is sleeping. Okay, let me just go and have my nap. You still have to be alert. You're their eyes now. You're their ears. You're their voice. You have to speak for them. It's not easy, guys. And this lady, from the looks of it, you could tell this lady is battling with Alzheimer's or dementia. And when I saw the video, it might seem insensitive, especially with the spitting part. That part's not funny. It's not funny. And a lot of people have asked, under the comment, what would you do? What would you do? And I had to comment and say, go clean myself up. Try to guard myself a little more. If I see she's right there, she's going to spit. I'm not standing up and waiting for her to spit at me. I'm going to move. I saw in that video ample amount of times where that lady could have moved without being spat on. But she recorded it for a reason. I'm not sure what her reason was, because I've since seen another video with her saying she didn't it wasn't to be malicious, and the video got leaked. She lost her phone and so forth and so forth. I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt because I wasn't there and I'm not sure. But even that is a breach of confidentiality. You're not, after you leave the job, you're not supposed to, even speak about your resident. Mind you, you are going to speak about your resident sometimes, especially depending on what is taking place. But calling the resident's name and giving out any kind of information, private information, if caught, there are penalties for that. And when individuals are saying, oh, what they would have done, she would have gotten an accidental fall. And yes, but you would have gotten an accidental jail time because it's your job. And no way in your job you're supposed to fight with anyone that you're providing care for. Yes, I heard her say that she's gonna show her mother or something like that. But I'm saying, did the phone get stolen before she sent it off to the daughter and stuff like that? Right? And if it's to prove that this is what your mom is doing, maybe she wasn't diagnosed as yet, and that could have been proof to say, you know what, she's showing the signs of Alzheimer's and dementia, whatever the case may be, right? But it's not what it seems, and you still have to provide compassionate care. You know what I mean? When I hear some of these individuals speaking, I'm like, what if it was their parents? right? Yes, Casey. Battling with racism. Yes. You have a lot of that. You have a lot of these individuals. I'm not sure if all of them have Alzheimer's and dementia. I'm not going to say they do. Some of them are just racist. Yes. And that video triggered that. It triggered a discussion about racism, which it didn't have to be. Because that lady also presented another video that shows her dancing with the lady, right? The caregiver posted another. I don't know if it's her who posted the video, because if she said her phone got lost, maybe the person who has the phone posted the other video with her dancing with her client. I'm not sure why. Maybe they saw the reaction that the video was getting and decided, oh, let's put. Who knows? But we cannot get past racism, people. It's everywhere. But you have to know how to handle yourself. There are individuals that will say, you know what? No, I don't want that black girl taking care of me. Or no. Or they'll curse at you, call you names or whatever it may be. On to the next one. What are you going to do? Sit and pout about it? No. What for? It is how the world is. She said she's a liar and a thief. Like certain things she was saying when she picked up the the lettuce and went, you know, she went up the lady's head. I was like, the lady just stood there and made her do it. She just stood there and made her do it. Most of it I just laughed at, because I'm telling you, I loved working in a nursing home, right? You get to experience so much from the elderly. They tell the best stories. There was a lady that came from Jamaica. One moment. I'm getting a call here. Hello? One moment, please. Yes. Ryan! The phone! Boy, he always give my number, you know, like him not have phone. Yeah. They'll accuse you of anything, okay? Don't. Come on. Once you understand, and let me see if I can see something with it, with Alzheimer's and dementia. Here. Right?
Hello?
Yeah, you have to respect, provide compassionate care, empathy. You have to empathize right there. You have to empathize. You necessarily don't have to sympathize with them, what they're, you know, but you have to empathize. You have to show empathy, right? You have to be competent. You know what I'm saying? Of your job and what happens, right? You deal with individuals with mental illness, all sorts of mental illnesses, mental disorders, right? Schizophrenia, hallucination, anxiety disorders, panic disorder, obsessive compulsive, PTSD, you name it. Individuals, bipolar, right? Individuals with body dysmorphic disorders, anorexia, you know? bulimia, all those individuals, sleeping disorders, right? And you have to be competent enough to provide care for these individuals, and you have to provide dignity, independence, privacy, preference, and security, safety for them. Where is it? Where else? Dementia, right? I'm looking for the dementia. Okay, because people don't understand. Dementia is a general term that describes the progressive loss of brain functions. You hear that? Loss of brain functions, including cognitive and social functions. It is not a single disease, but a group of illnesses that involve memory, behavior, learning, and communication. Mm-mm. That balled up is what is slowed in a dementia patient. Dementia starts slowly and it progresses gradually. That means it gets worse. It affects the ability to perform complex as well as simple tasks. Problems with complex tasks such as driving, managing money, planning meals, working, those appear first. Over the time, problems with simple tasks such as bathing, dressing, eating, using the toilet, walking, and everyday skills, those are eventually lost. So we can't use what we see the elderly doing to judge them and say that they're purposely doing it. They're not. As simple as you see that lady, she doesn't know what's going on. She may sound like she does, but she doesn't have the full capacity of what's going on. And she put on her head. You have to be a special person to, see these individuals and what they're going through and know that, you can't use it against them and you cannot react. I know some people will say, okay, well, if they're like a baby or a child, do you slap a newborn baby? Do you slap a baby when if they spit on you? You speak to them, right? But still, they're growing, they're learning. When you're dealing with a dementia individual or Alzheimer's, it's getting, the illness is progressing. They're not getting more knowledgeable. They're deteriorating. And you're right, Casey. Who knows? I would hope not that she would do that. But you do have some individuals who can't handle the scope of the job. And they do end up doing stuff like that. You see many videos that family members have put in the nursing homes and wherever else in their rooms of the individuals that are taking care of even babies. Not everyone is made out for this job. A lot of people take on this job because it pays a lot. I'm going to tell you that. It's in high demand, so it pays a lot. I used to work, say, 3 to 4 shifts in a week. and I would be making by the every other week $700. 3 to 4 shifts each week. If I work a full week, my full-time shift, I'm making close to 1,000 or 1,000. That's not a part of the job, Casey. That's not a part of the job. How can you tell a person who's losing their minds? Did you hear what I read about dementia? How can you tell a person who's losing their mind? Hmm? Who's going through a disease with a group of illnesses that involve their memory, behavior, learning, and communication. Oh, I'm doing this back to you because this is how I feel. How do you teach somebody who is deteriorating? How? Let me know that. That's why I'm letting you know that not everyone could do this job. You have to be competent enough to know that a baby doesn't know what they're doing. And the difference with a baby and an elderly person who's going through dementia is a baby is growing and can learn and is acquiring knowledge. A dementia person is losing knowledge, losing function, losing their way of communicating, verbalizing, forgetting everything. You get me? You're still not getting it. They're incapable. Do you know what a disease is? You cannot tell a disease what they should do. How do you tell a disease what it should do? You have to have the competence to know that this person, it's not simple forgetting. It's not simple forgetting. Oh, I forgot. No, I'm remembering. There's no remembering. You know what I mean? There's no remembering tomorrow or something to jot my memory again. It's a debilitating disease, something that deteriorates, gets worse. It's no repairing. No repairing. It doesn't get better. You cannot repair it. It is ripped to shreds. Cannot be repaired. Next thing, it goes in the garbage. Their next stage is the coffin, God forbid. Your task, your duty now is to provide them with the most compassionate care that you can. It's not about teaching no lesson. No. A healthcare professional, it's not about teaching no one any better who's already going down. It's about providing compassionate care for that person. It's showing empathy. Empathizing with someone. putting yourself in their position, for, in another word. If I was to go through this, what would I want someone to do? Would you want someone to do something back to you while you're down? While you're down, do you want someone to kick you while you're down? Something that you're unaware of doing? That you'll never know? You'll be told something today and by tomorrow you do something else? You're asking the same question. What is that again? Huh? Who are you? What are you doing in my house? Even to your own family? Put your mom, Casey, your dad. Hmm? What do you want for them? The most compassionate care for the rest of their life. Because they're now at the stage where they cannot do for themselves anymore. They're incapable. A developmentally challenged person, incapable. You still, even for the dead, when you're providing palliative care to a person who's on the way to death, whether you think they could hear you or not, or speak back, even when the person is dead, you still have to provide dips, dignity. You can't provide independence because they can't do nothing for themselves right there, right? So that's only common sense, right? But you still have to provide privacy. You have to cover so that anyone passing cannot see what's going on. You have to still provide compassionate care. You can't just fling the hands there, fling, or fling, or do what as you feel like. No. This is a very demanding job, a very demanding position. If someone doesn't know, you have to think about their diet as well. Because when the elderly is in the stage that they are, sometimes they cannot swallow the texture of the food that you're giving them. So a doctor or a dietitian will determine if they start getting liquids. So regular food to chew and stuff, they can't. Some have dentures, some just have their simple gum. They cannot chew food. You have to feed them. You cannot feed themselves. Either they're puree or just liquid or, different textures. I suggest anyone who has to take care of an elderly person to do some research on these things. Because my grandmother right now in Jamaica is battling with dementia, dementia, and my grandaunt also was battling with it before she passed the other day. Yeah, my grandaunt passed last week. Yeah, she passed last week. When I went to Jamaica in 2014, I had noticed that was what was going on with her. She was hallucinating. She was seeing things, and she would argue and curse, and she would be smelling gasoline a whole lot. I don't know where that came from. And she would just be talking about some man out there and people trying to kill her. And I told my cousin about it. right? And it was a big problem, but I kept telling her something, I believe that she's going through, dementia. And when I came back to Canada, um, my cousin told me that her sister, my cousin's sister, which is my grand aunt's other daughter, I guess they set up to take her to the doctor, the hospital, and found out it really was that. Because you may see your grandparents acting different and doing certain things, and a lot of people, you know, start to blame them and get angry at them, and it's not right. They don't know what they're doing. I had to leave that profession, Casey. That's why I'm no longer practicing, because it was during that time when I lived in Kitchener-Waterloo, I started to get sick. You hear me say? I was making too much money. I was too happy. I was living too lavish and too happy, and I was getting a lot of hate. Pure hate. Pure hate. Chop, 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 yap, yap, yap. Pure hate. So the devil sweep in and try to and actually root me out of the position and everything, stir up my life, brought a lot of confusion. But what the enemy meant, for my bad, ended up turning out for my good and for the glory of God, because I'm no longer practicing, but I have the knowledge, and I'm able to tell my aunts about my grandmother. And when my grandmother got the onset of dementia, I was able to let them know about making sure somebody's there with her and everything, and what to expect, and please do, and how to check her out about her diet, and if she's not eating, how to take her to the doctor to find out if it's the texture of the food, everything, because of the knowledge that I gained from being a healthcare professional, a personal support worker. You know what I mean? So even though I'm not practicing right now, you see my uniform them? Yeah. Girl was a proud PSW. Them could have park semi clean SHIT so till I just laugh at them to the bank. Every other week when I go to the bank and withdraw, me and my children are taking trips to Jamaica as we please, driving in different cars when I feel like, buying my car cash at one point. I bought my Land Rover LR3 cash. Yes, my nice white pearl LR3 Land Rover. Yeah. When you drive it, got them, yeah, them talk about don't drive this round here. So because the people, them might think say I'm money people. Yeah, envy. But me not gloat over them things there. The experience was beautiful. I met a lady in the nursing home that came from Jamaica, and she would tell the story of when she was younger and how a soldier man wanted her. She was white, I think she was mixed, white with Indian and black or something. And she was in the nursing home that she was one of my residents that I would take care of. And yeah, they are loving. Some of them, as soon as I enter into their rooms in the morning, it lights up their face, because I don't go and just drag them out of their beds and just start doing everything for them, and just, here, this is what you're wearing here. You see what it says? Dignity, independence, privacy, preference, and safety. You get their input, make them feel like they belong, like they're still living. You just don't go in there and just start grabbing and pulling and, knocking at them. You have to be compassionate. You have to speak to them, right? You have to ask them for their input or their choices. Do you want to wear this? Like you have these, you know, you don't just say, what do you want to wear? And that's it. You grab out like three, you know, do you want to wear this, Mrs. Brown? Or do you want to wear this with that, with this brown pants, white pants? Or you want to wear this with, you give them choices. You give them choices. They're not dead. They're still alive. You speak to them. You have to be able to provide compassionate care, or else this job is not for you. You have individuals, sometimes they play in their thing, in their poop, and that's why we have gloves. You're well prepared for this profession. Trust me. If you go into a room, if there's a room with a person that is battling with medication, I think MRSA, I forgot what it stands for, but it's someone who their tolerance for medication is not there anymore, right? And you could also contract MRSA. So there are labels on the person's door. In those situations, you have to wear your uniform, and you have to wear protective gears over, even masks. It's not the first time we've been wearing masks. We've been wearing masks in the nursing home. You have to wear your mask. You have to wear full gown over, protective gowns over, gloves, all of that. Everything, when you come out that room, you have to take off all of that, throw it in one special basket. Sanitize your hand and stuff. We don't clean fecal matter with bare hands. When you're providing care, you're not wearing gloves, because it's just like you and I. You get the rag, whatever, take them to the bathroom if they're able. If they're not, then they stay at the bed. You stay at the bedside and you prop them up properly, and brush their teeth if they can help. You try as much to have them do as much as they can. If not, if they're restricted, because you have some individuals that are tightly restricted, it's hard to pull even their arms. Their legs are like that, restricted. And you have to take your time to provide care for these individuals. So what I want to say about that video, guys, stop sharing it. If you're sharing it for the wrong reason, to say, look at what this white lady is doing to this black lady, no, that's not it. Respect this profession. Respect our healthcare professionals. Respect the elderly. You'd only be so lucky, so fortunate to get to that stage in your life, to have gone through so much in this world, experienced so much, and still be able to be here. We're so many generations after you. Don't treat them, don't ill-treat them. If they spit on you, don't spit back on them. Most of them don't know what they're doing. Yes, but speaking is not only a language. Communication is not only by verbalizing. Communicate with your eyes. You could communicate with your ears. You communicate with your nose. You hear me? You could still provide care for someone that doesn't speak. Because we speak many languages. But we have to be first compassionate and take away from ourselves and our needs and our emotions. It's not care that we're providing for ourselves. We're providing care for individuals who are incapable of doing it. So that's all I have to say about this. Put some respect on my profession, yo. Put some respect on healthcare professionals, yo. Put some profession with your insensitive selves. Put some respect on the elderly, man. Stop with this about racist, and when they get old, so what? What do you care if a person wants to be racist and when you're done, your bank is filled? You could do whatever you want. When you go home, when I used to come home, sometimes when I go to work, there's this one lady in her bed. Every day you go in there, her bed is soaked with urine. She's soaked with urine. You go in there, glove up. You don't have to be putting on no 2-3 gloves. One glove is good enough. Glove up. And you go in there and you provide your care. And you change the bed sheets. And after you clean her up, get her cleaned up into her wheelchair, she's off to breakfast. You're in there. You get rid of the sheets. They go into somewhere to go wash. Clean up the bed. Put brand new clean things on the ladies, the people's, bed. For when they're finished breakfast, they could come and lay back down. When you're finished with your work and you're gone home, as soon as I enter my home, ask my children. I come in, no hugs or anything. As soon as I get in the house, I'm gone straight down to the basement. That's where I take my clothes off. And then I'm gone straight up into my washroom to go shower. And I'm good to go. Relax in my bed for the evening. Sometimes we try to look at all the negatives of stuff, and we don't look at the good that comes out of it. You're making someone's life so much better by providing these compassionate care. You're making a family member who's not able to do it feel so good that their loved one is getting taken care of. And whether you believe that no one is watching you or not, there's one person that's always looking. So forget anybody else, a supervisor, a co-worker, whoever. A family member is seeing you. Almighty God always sees you. When no one else is looking, He's looking. Okay? But thank you guys for joining me today. I just wanted to give you guys a little, rundown of my profession, my past profession of, healthcare professional / PSW / CNA. And I hope you guys come out of this with a better outlook on what it takes to be this special type of caregiver. All right? Take care, guys. See you next week again. Have a great one. Take care of yourselves. Take care of others. Be empathetic. Show some compassion. You never know what others are going through. You can't tell just by looking on the outside, Thank you again for joining. I'll see you guys next week, same time. Have a blessed evening and a blessed weekend. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Nikki, me out.